Halo, halo. Oke, sekarang kita bakal coba untuk membuat rematch antara Lakers dan Houston Rockets. Kita lihat apakah di NBA 2K21 ini small line up-nya mereka fungsi atau enggak.
And behind the curtain here, final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gate strong.
Saja di step ke center bukan di ya tangan sih home away itu ngaruh banget kalau kayak di main kan sekarang di Orlando Magic ya pertandingan bubble itu kayak nggak ada home and away gitu kayak nggak rame sekarang
Kevin, it's sure does, DA. Thank you so much.
Kita coba Avery Bradley untuk menjaga Westbrook ya.
Robert Covington out there with PJ Tucker, and it's House in at the small forward position. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Avery Bradley is out there with Green, and it's McGee in at the center position. And James throws it down.
If you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
And LeBron James still the face of the league as he goes into his mid-30s. The impact of this sport is really immeasurable.
Come on, Jerry. I mean, he's one of the most recognizable athletes in the world. I mean, it's scary to think that LeBron can still turn it on and take over when he needs to. And you know what? Playoff LeBron is a very real thing.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
Lakers shooting their initial free throws in the game right here.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Covington passes to Tucker. Good on the 13-footer.
Makes a big difference when Tucker is hitting the mid-range J. I mean, it keeps the D off balance.
And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention four-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency. And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
But still, passing Garden. Yuk, passing Garden.
Aware of this, when you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
Harden way outside. No good from outside. Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. LeBron.
Oke, kosong, saudara-saudara.
Slam dunk by McGee.
An elite passer in this position. I mean, James always seems to make the right decision.
Westbrook against Bradley. And that one's good. Westbrook.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And finished off by LeBron.
That's how LeBron likes to attack. So effective at scoring on the move.
Sangatin juga. Ayo Bradley, kalau bisa hentikan Westbrook.
Trailing by 4. Inside. Takes it out to Covington. Puts up a 3. And it's Westbrook missing. Lakers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Green outside. It doesn't go for him. And it's Houston the other way. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Brad. And Davis sends it back.
By Davis. Harusnya emang defensive player of the year to Tony Davis, bro.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And it's Gordon missing. Lakers leading by 4. Here's Kuzma. That one drops for him.
Incredible concentration from the big man. Knock Kuzma around all you want. He's committed to scoring inside.
McLemore. Rivers scanning the floor. It's stolen by Rondo.
Aduh, set.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Passes it to Kuzma. Fires for three. They get it again. And Howard with the stuff.
Throughout his career, Howard has
Langsung
dominated
ngobrol
the
pasti
court, size, touch, and time in each
bakal kelar
possession.
rebound.
Just a lethal concoction.
Kayaknya lah kalau misalkan Houston Rockets masih bakal ngobrol di tahun depan.
Rivers against Rondo.
Kalau menurut gue sih nggak akan juara. Pelatihnya juga sekarang udah mulai keluar. Mike D'Antoni nggak bakal ngelatih lagi. Kita lihat apakah bakal ada perubahan nanti.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he hit his foul shots a season ago at about a 74% clip.
Coming out of high school, Kuzma was a very raw player, but his development was fast and furious at the college level, and he continued to get better once he entered the NBA.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Gordon. And he gets the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, it's pretty simple with Eric Gordon. This is a guy who's a pure scorer. I mean,
Come on,
you better
man.
hammer him to stop him.
The Rockets shooting their
Caruso,
third free throw
let's go.
shot of the game.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about
Ivan.
79% of their free throw.
Oh, and you can see that McLemore takes
nggak
his
dihitung
defense
lagi.
very seriously, really consistent at contesting shots.
And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers. Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle Kuzma's
biggest area of growth would definitely be on the defensive end and my playmaking ability. This year, I'm just trying.
now having played with superstars, Kuzma
Soalnya
is learning what it
Kyle
takes to
Kuzma
win.
ini akan
He's
buat
getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for
Okay.
finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. If you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Houston, Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Green is out there with Damari Carroll, and it's McLemore at the small forward. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I'm just outthinking him, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
On the wing, Morris. Kuzma kicks to Caldwell Pope. Morris passes to Kuzma. 6 to shoot. This is to Howard. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue, and quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting, you know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges me and said he'll be great in TV someday. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Westbrook passes to Covington. Right side, Westbrook looking to end the run. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Westbrook's got his second basket.
There's the hair trigger of Westbrook. He's not going to let the chance for a quick jump shot pass him by.
And McGee kicks to James. Outside, Davis.
3-point.
Good on the triple. Davis has got 7 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Westbrook with it. Picked up by Davis. And finished off by Westbrook.
And the vertical Westbrook possesses is tremendous. I mean, he uses it to perfection on these dunks.
Davis. They get it back. The kick out to LeBron. Tries again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
For all those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this league.
Bradley against Westbrook. Feeds it to Covington. And he drops him away up off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
LeBron outside on the wing. Davis to the paint. McGee the pass to Bradley. Over House. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Oh, great ball movement there.
It's stolen by Bradley. And he takes that one up and powers
Cold.
So Bradley possesses ridiculous athleticism. He really gets up and jams it in, but the opportunity is right.
Harden up top, guarded by Green. And Harden with the stuff.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, he is only concerned right now. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Hall of Fame athleticism and ability. James has no problem throwing it down in style.
Now LeBron, it'll count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And we finished one half of basketball. Lakers ahead, up by.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where you want to get it, and is that helping you score?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie. Well, with all he's accomplished, we can start to paint a picture amongst the all-time greats. Shaq, where do you have LeBron ranked? And that should do it with the second half of...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Bradley in at the point. That season the game for the Lakers. The Rockets have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And he's good on the first of 3. He hits the second from the line. Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 17 points was their biggest margin. And it's McGee with the jam.
Oh, man. I love Davis's ability to read the floor. He's improving his ability to create for others.
And as he's aged in the league, Anthony Davis's offense has changed. Now much more of a face-up player.
Well, and that's where his game's been headed. His shot has improved, and he can step out to the 3, facing up and let him use his burst. Lets him maximize what he can do.
And the shot goes in. McGee's got 4 points in the quarter.
This is where McGee's coaches and teammates want him to shoot from. They know he can do damage in there with his hops.
House kicks to Westbrook. Houston moving the ball around. Harden, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender. Guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Green. And it's Alex Caruso in for Avery Bradley.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
McLemore inside the line. They get the rebound.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only one for the first 5.
And Howard with the stuff.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Oh, and they're showing no signs of letting up. I love this approach right now. They value each possession.
And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. And some changes here for the Lakers. Morris comes in for Davis. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Alex Caruso. Houston also making some changes. Damari Carroll's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. Another miss by Houston.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Howard, that's good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Poor rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
For the Rockets, Robert Covington's checked in for Green. And it's Gordon in for James Harden. There's the pass to Gordon. 1:04 left in the third quarter of the game. And again, unable to change momentum here. Rondo passes to Howard. And Covington sends it back. The wide open look here for Kuzma. And a miss there on the triple.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Rivers against Rondo. And it's sent back by Howard.
You got to be aware of Howard at all times, especially on defense, when he makes his living blocking shots.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Davis is checked in. Houston also making some changes. Emmanuel House comes in for Ben McLemore. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Austin Rivers.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Rondo against Westbrook. Launches a 3. But they get it back.
Howard, such an opposing presence, changing that shot.
Off on that one. And so it's Los Angeles. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So on the floor for Houston, we've got Russell Westbrook, Chandler out there with Damari Carroll. Then there's Gordon, and it's House in at the 3, the small forward.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Westbrook dishes to Carroll. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Alex Caruso, he's checked in for the Lakers. Quinn Cook comes in for Rajon Rondo. Chandler, the pass to Green.
I mean, he's out there on an island all by himself. I mean, good job to stay cool and drain it.
Here's McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
No, that's just too easy for me. The minute he establishes position in this area, the defense is done.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. Green, nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Oh, that's some skill on that assist. I mean, the timing has to be perfect on a lead pass.
Pass to Caruso. Now Morris. Passes it to Caruso. They grab their own miss. And McGee kicks to Cook. And he's good on the three ball.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a guy you can leave alone. Not if you have any hope of closing the gap.
And the whistle blows. He's fouled on a shot that misses, but not by much. 2 free throws nonetheless coming up for him.
Clearly a foul.
Free throw drops for House. Houston making some changes. And Bahamute's checked in for Chandler. Ben McLemore comes in for Gordon. And it's Austin Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Here's McGee. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Pass to Caruso. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Davis.
Oh, he was a scary man at the defensive end with all those blocks. Even the shots he didn't get a hand on, he affected. He forced a lot of misses out there.
Lakers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. And he makes that one.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
Rivers can't get it to go.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Over House. Out to Smith. The pass to Caruso. Over McLemore. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Cook, good.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Here's Rivers. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Smooth handles from Rivers right there. Sometimes he's capable of surprising you with some of his moves.
Here is Cook.
Udah habisin waktu.
From deep. can't connect. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never
30-point
find.
blowout.
The energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, you have accomplished so much in this league. How have you sustained it for this long?
You know, it's only a select few. It's not many who make it to this point, and I would never take the game for granted. That's why I try to give everything.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber.
Iba't semua bola gitu. Centernya langsung bisa assist. See you again. Bye.